Well, Disney's done it again. Another reimagining of another one of their great anime classics, and it's The Little Mermaid, now playing in theaters. But is this new live action take on the film that kicked off the Disney Renaissance almost 35 years ago worth going back under the sea? Or is this one remake that will truly never be part of your world? Find out in this spoiler free review right now. Bad Days Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the just now released musical fantasy flick, The Little Mermaid, released by Disney, of course, directed by Rob Marshall. Oh, I believe I've seen that name before. Yes, the guy who directed Chicago, Pirates of the Caribbean, On Stranger Tides, Into the Woods, and Mary Poppins Returns, which was the last film he actually directed. Well, and it was from a screenplay by David McGee. This, of course, is a live action adaptation of Disney's 1989 animated film of the same name, itself loosely based on the 1837 fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen. Starring Halle Bailey in the title role, well, titular role, along with Jonah Hauer-King and let's see, Noma Dumezweni, Art Malik, Javier Bardem, and Melissa McCarthy, plus the voices of David Diggs, Awkwafina, and Jacob Tremblay. Now, of course, this follows the story of mermaid princess Ariel, who is fascinated with the human world and makes a deal with a treacherous sea witch to trade her voice for human legs in order to impress Prince Eric, who is saved from a shipwreck. Anyway, plans for this was done long ago, but it never could happen, what have you. But I think you mostly know the story and what have you. Anyway, I will tell you that I think you already know the story because most of the story is kind of the same as the anime, the counterpart. The film's gotten some pretty good response for the cast and the musical sequences, but it criticizes the visual effects and character designs. But let me get to that in a little bit. Now, I will tell you that, of course, that, well, this is hard to explain, but I think you know what I mean. But now it does have just a few, well, twists and turns and what have you. Because now, even though the movie is a little long, is way longer, just almost just a little over 2 hours, which I that is a slight downside, but not 100% of the downside because, well, it takes some time to get to some of the story and what have you. Now, also, so you'll know that this has a few new new songs in this, as Alan Menken, who did the music for the original film, is back in this. But he's also joined by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who of course has done songs for other movies and what have you, including for In the Heights and Hamilton, as well as other Disney films, including Moana and Encanto. And he also did the music for Sony Pictures Animation's Vivo. So anyway, now I thought some of the so I'm gonna go ahead and give you my thoughts. I'm not gonna give you too much of the story. Now the story I think is good and what have you, and I do agree. While it's not a shot for shot remake like The Lion King, I will still give it credit for what this had to offer. I think the story was fine with a few slight changes and what have you. And well, I like the score from Alan Menken, plus the songs he did along with Lin-Manuel Miranda, who also serves as a producer along with Mark Platt, John DeLuca, and Rob Marshall himself. Now, the film's dedicated in memory of the late Howard Ashman, who co-produced and co-wrote the songs for the original film. Now, you do get to hear some of the songs you are familiar with from the original, including Under the Sea, Part of Your World, and of course Kiss the Girl, and other songs you'll remember. Plus, there's a few others, and what have you. But overall, I think it's pretty good. I mean, they're just as good as they are in the original in ways. And I think the sequences they're done in is very exceptionally good too. The visual effects, I'm going to say they're all right and what have you. That's kind of a bit of a downside for me and what have you. Now, if I have more than one or two slight downsides with the film, then that could deduct a point or so from my score and what have you. So it might be a little bit off. Now, character designs. Well, now I think some character designs were fine. The only character designs I've had, I feel like could have just used a little spin polish were for Sebastian and Flounder. Now, Sebastian was okay and what, well, okay and what have you, but I did like David Diggs' vocal effects for the character and what have you. He did an exceptionally amazing job. Now, as for Flounder, however, yeah, could have used just a little bit of a fixer-upper too. Now, but I like Jacob Tremblay's portrayal of the character. And Scuttle, yeah, that was one character I was having a bit of a negative issue and what have you. Not with Ariel and what have you. I was almost going hard on that, but I didn't want to. Not yet, anyway, until I saw a trailer. And I think it looked pretty reasonable after seeing her. But I'll get to her in a little bit, okay? Now, Awkwafina voices Scuttle, who is not like the Scuttle from the original movie, is a seagull. But anyway, this one is, well, a Northern gannet. That's a seabird and what have you. But still, the character's pretty dim wit and what have you. So, I'm going to say that character's okay, but not great, though. But okay, though. But now as for the other characters and what have you, now I like Jonah Hauer-King as Eric. He did an exceptionally really good job. Boy, a lot of other people were up for the role. Even Asher Angel, you may remember Billy Batson from Shazam. Incredible. Absolutely very incredible. Let's see. Javier Bardem played King Triton. I'm going to say he wasn't too bad. Now, he described this version as a little bit less grumpy than the original because they were intending to bring more conflict to his behavior, like his fear and insecurity as a father. Being scared of letting his last daughter leave home ends up translating into being angry or too controlling. That's understandable. I do appreciate them toning down his grumpiness a bit and what have you. But boy, if you've seen the original, well, I think you get the point. Now, Art Malik plays Sir Grimsby, the Prime Minister of the kingdom and Eric's loyal confidant, who acts as a father figure to him. Well, the kingdom actually belongs to Eric's adoptive mother, Queen Selena, played by Noma Dumezweni. If I mispronounce that name, I do apologize. She's a new character to the film. And I will say she's fine. She's the ruler of a Caribbean island kingdom. So, I think she was pretty good. But I think the big ones, aside from David Diggs' portrayal of Sebastian, include Melissa McCarthy playing Ursula, who eventually also appears out to be just a slight spoiler and to Ariel, which that's sort of another downside for me, another slight negative I have that I wasn't counting on, but this is only just a slight little hit up. But again, I'm going to keep this spoiler free and what have you. But I really give her credit for that. I mean, Melissa McCarthy did exceptionally good. Now, can you believe it? And that big gal rapper Lizzo even auditioned for the role. Let's see. Now, Ursula's human alter ego, Vanessa, is played by Jessica Alexander. And actually, country music singer Casey Musgraves was also considered for the role. Wonder what she would have been like. Oh well. But the big thing about this film was young Halle Bailey playing Ariel. At first, I didn't know what to think of her because never watched Grownish and what have you. And I do know she's a singer and what have you. At least I think. At least I think she's in Grownish. Yes, yeah, she was in on TV's Grownish, which was recently canceled last year. And she's also a big time singer. She'll actually be in the updated version of The Color Purple, which will be coming out later on this year, as a matter of fact. I might look into that. But anywho, Halle Bailey, I don't know what to say. She nailed it. She did. I mean, I know she's of a different color, but I don't want to get into that subject or what have you. So this way I don't cause controversy or backlash or whatever. Well, you get the point, okay? I was blown by her performance. She had the pipes to get those songs out. Incredible. Very incredible. An amazing voice. I think Joey Benson, who voiced Ariel in the animated films and TV series, I think she's pretty darn proud of her. At least I think she is. But hey, but that's just from my point of view. So, but overall, I think it was real good. Now, I do like the atmosphere. I mean, a lot of the film was pretty colorful and what have you, under the sea and what have you. Amazing. I especially liked when Ariel actually is with Eric and what have you, checking out everything that goes on around his little world and what have you. But I gotta say, this does provide a few fun laughs and what have you. But even so, with a few slight negatives I mentioned, nevertheless, the films provided a good factor than I had anticipated. So, from my point of view, I feel like this is the probably while I still like the original animated film much more. This film is probably the most exceptionally good remake of a Disney film I've seen since Beauty and the Beast. This surpasses it as my favorite now. But again, please don't hate me for saying that, okay? Because I still love the original animated film more than that. Oh, what the hey? I'm just saying, I love the original animated film much more than this one. All right, I'm getting too carried away here and what have you. So anyway, for my score for this, I'm going to give The Little Mermaid 2023 4.5 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 9. So definitely go to the theaters and check it out. I think you'll enjoy it, but hey, you be the judge, okay? All right, that about covers it. So, what did you think of the Little Mermaid 2023 remake? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you like it or do you not like it? You can tell me either way. I don't care. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my ranking of May 2023 rewatches. So, I hope you enjoy it, and if you did, check out my reviews for these other Little Mermaid flicks. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the original from 1989. The upper right-hand corner is my review of the prequel to that from 2008. The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginning, or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review for the live-action adaptation of Aladdin from 2019, and the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.